intrigue.
Not easy. Not easy with these two positions. I mean, Vlad now has the option of going rook g4, which is a draw offer, or playing something like knight h5 and continuing with the pretense that white is somehow better here. You can also allow black to...
Sorry, I'm laughing at unprecedented.
Yeah.
Oh boy. The chat is trying to make me lose my mind today, and he will probably succeed.
No, that was probably on purpose.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, well, you can also play something and hope black takes on f4 with a bishop, and then you start claiming that your pawns are faster, but I just don't see why that would be, to be honest. I would play rook g4 here. I just don't believe white is better, but Vlad might disagree. Vlad might actually play something like knight h5 and e5 and I don't know what. It's confusing to me how you even proceed from here, because the e-pawn...
Like, to me, black looks better here if you make
I
give the bishop, the e-pawn.
Yeah, I don't really see why he would heal. He has any advantage here, but he generally believes he has the advantage in most positions, and these days he is very, very optimistic about his positions. And
is he really, or does he just say he is in the press conferences?
No, I think that's... No, I'd go with him actually evaluating his positions optimistically these days. He does play with a lot of energy, and it must be also rubbing off on his assessments of what's going on the board.
That's clearly working for him. So
yeah, that wasn't meant critically. It's just.
But I've wondered this for a while. In chess, it is an advantage if you overestimate your positions normally, right?
I think it is. Because you have less chance to get very down about the horribleness of your situation, and yeah.
So someone like you who always feels they're worse, how do you compensate? Sorry if that's a leading question.
Unclear, and I mean I don't always feel like I'm worse.
Yeah.
Occasionally I've even overestimated my positions on occasion, but yeah, I have to say that I mean, there are examples in the history of chess of people who I think became much bigger chess players maybe than they would have been normally, by virtue of how strongly they believed that they were always doing very well. And
right, that's what I'm saying. But the other way around, it's harder to imagine.
Yeah,
because I'm a pessimist, so I always think I'm in trouble too, which also explains the chicken factor of making a lot of draws. But do you believe there's like techniques where you can know about yourself that you tend to underestimate your positions and then sort
if there are techniques, I'm not
compensate?
using them. So yeah, maybe there are, but I'm not really. I do know this about myself, but I'm not actively trying to do anything about it by this point, which is once again probably a mistake, but that's how things are. And maybe g4, g5 can be made to work, but let's say we go e4. g5, bishop e5. Yeah, you want this. This after e3, you will have to save an unpleasant endgame, right? You had rook e8 check there, which we both missed. Yeah, here instead of knight f5. So
here, just to show.
Yeah. White might be able to draw this, but actually probably not. But rook e8 check is strong. King f6, knight h5 check, and the pawn actually gets picked up, and even in that position, black might save king g5, king takes g4, knight g7, f5. Probably a draw as well, but also
progress for white.
But also, yeah, black probably could have played stronger earlier. And Vlad is giving this some serious consideration, because he understands that by playing rook g4, he can just end the game there and then, and he will take his time figuring out if it's justified to continue, but my feeling is the answer objectively is no. Also after knight h5, maybe rook h2 is an immediate draw, no? Oh no, I'm forgetting about g4. No, I've forgotten that knight can be protected. I'm going slightly mad here. Okay, so let's leave Vladimir stewing here for a while and see what's happening in the other one. And Vladimir played rook g4, so we probably should stick with the yeah.
With the Kramnik.
Yeah.
Joe Shovey is saying, Jan Peter, my son is 2 weeks old now. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
When should his chess education start? It is a little late already, if you ask me. But okay, not all hope is lost. Just teach him to read, which normally by month 2 or 3 they should be able to read, and then give him my system in whatever your first language is. They will teach him most of the basics, like overprotection and some French advanced theory, and take it from there.
Very sound advice. Rook d2 played, and yeah, 19 against 23 for 12 moves, not an issue, and
this should end in a move repetition. White is just not better. He really isn't.
yeah.
Bishop stronger than knight. Pieces awkward. E-pawn awesome. Make a draw.
Yeah, rook g8 played. I think this game is wrapping up. Hikaru is doing his best Rodin impression there, but not anymore. But he was holding a very Rodin-esque pose for a second there.
Rodin-esque? What's that?
The Thinker by Rodin.
Oh, never heard of it. All stuff connected with thinking. Ugh. And he goes back. He's gonna stare down Vladdy.
That actually is not the sufficient repetition. So there is still an option. But by the head shake, I think you kind of have to assume the rook will come back to g4. I mean, Vladdy would dearly love to win this game because he would be the sole leader of the tournament. This is the leader of the tournament playing against his closest pursuer. So a lot is at stake here. But I honestly don't think there's anything here for White, and I'm pretty sure Vladdy understands this by now. He's not particularly happy about the outcome. He feels that it's quite possible that he knew from homework that this endgame was very promising for him. So he felt that he caught Hikaru out in the opening and got very good winning chances. But Hikaru defended excellently well, I think.
I'm typing. I enjoy to type. What else are we missing? Joshovi says his son already listens to the broadcast, but thanks for the advice. I don't think your son should listen to this broadcast. We try to keep it very, very clean. Like, I never use words like hell on this program, but it's still like, it's maybe PG-13, it's not PG 2 weeks. So
yeah.
I don't think that's appropriate.
You should probably go for some classical music.
Oof, that sounds...
Instead.
Wasn't that a theory that even in uterus, kids should listen to classical music because then they become smarter?
That's what I was referring to, yeah. I'm not sure if that theory still holds true, but...
I've never heard one word of classical music.
Well played, sir.
I don't know.
Draw somewhere.
We have one very spectacular Sunday morning draw in the Bundesliga where I had the white pieces. I think that's all there is. Vladimir Kramnik
Very persistent.
against Hikaru Nakamura. See, has he done something different? No, the game is over. They agreed to draw. There we see the cam. Oh well, we see the man in black.
Azur Mist is asking what is a theoretical draw. Theoretical draw, it's used very widely, and in some cases it's not used like 100%, strictly speaking, correctly. But a list of theoretical draws are... the most obvious answer would be a list of positions in which you can claim a draw when this position is reached, and the arbiter must stop the clock and...
Really? I would have a completely different definition. I would have that it is known and published in some book or in some table base or in general common knowledge that this position is a draw.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I think that probably isn't correct. Although the positions I was referring to are also theoretical draws. They're just the simplest possible cases of theoretical draws.
Tex-Mex22, since you're asking for the 15th time, please, Peter, answer the man. Who are the best players in Boleslavsky structure with white? How can Tex-Mex22 learn the Boleslavsky structure? He really needs to know more about the Boleslavsky structure, which I'm still assuming is neither of like a6, bishop e2,
We actually gave a very
we
gave a very detailed answer to the question from the other side. So he is now.
But he needs to know with white.
Yeah, but well, look at people who got the best